Hi everyone, Laura Harte here, and I wanted to talk to you tonight about the importance of your story. And I feel like this is a huge thing, and experience is what is going to get you in the door to signing up more affiliates and getting your products in other people's hands, no matter what type of network marketing you do. The reason that I feel that this is such a huge deal is because it is not something that is one size fits all. It is something that in any business that you're doing in network marketing has changed so much that having your own personal experience is what is really setting you apart from anybody else. Anybody can do a sales pitch. Anyone can try and send out a mass group of texts to a bunch of people, and maybe they might get one person out of 70 people they sent a group text message to asking what their business is. Now, if you want to be successful in network marketing, the key to network marketing these days in the 21st century is being personable and figuring out what need somebody has. And the way you can figure out what need somebody has is by talking to them and actually being interested in their life. That way you can figure out if you can meet their need or not before they're even asking you. So I will give you a demonstration of kind of what I'm talking about. Whenever I joined the company that I'm with, I wanted to see if it worked first, right? And I didn't want to tell anybody what I was doing until I figured this thing out, And so what I did is I joined, and then I gave it a couple weeks before I told anybody else about it. And the reason I wanted to give it a couple weeks is because I wanted people to be able to ask me and me answer honestly that, yes, I have tried it. I've proved that it works, without having any hesitation. Because if I knew that I was going to dive into something, and if I was going to be able to 100% believe in it, that I had to try it myself. If you're not willing to be a buyer first, then you're always going to be afraid to sell. And the reason that goes hand in hand is because if you're not going to buy something, then why would anybody else? It's like putting the cart before the horse. You have to have the horse to be able to pull the cart along. And if you don't know exactly what it is that you have and what your experience was personally, then you won't have a way to explain that to other people whenever they're asking you these different questions. Okay, well, how do you feel about this? Or, what was your outcome with this? Or did you like your experience with this company? What has been your experience so far with the corporate team? Or maybe your local leaders? Or do you have much support? Is there much training? Is there, all these different types of things. And the only way to be able to answer those questions is if you dive in yourself and decide to go all in and get your story. So what I mean by getting your story is try your products, try and see how the back office of your site that the company will give you for you to log into. Look at every single thing you can. Go through all of the training videos that they give you. Go through everything and see what you do like about it and what you don't like about it. That way, whenever you're talking to someone, you can honestly convey exactly what you feel because you have that experience now. So whenever I started, I took a week and just, kind of looked at it, fiddled around with it a little bit. And then once I proved that it worked, then I was able to tell other people about it. And my excitement was real. My passion was real because I got so excited of what I just tried. And that's whenever it is the best time to talk to anybody and everybody. I know a lot of people say don't talk to your warm market first or don't talk to this person or anything like that. Well, once you try things out for yourself and you do know without a shadow of a doubt that it works, then go for it. The first person I called was my mom. And I said, hey, this is what we're doing now. It's like, are you in? Didn't even tell her what it was. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, it costs this much money to do it. I was like, you're going to do it. And so I didn't really give her an option, but I can do that because she was my mom and she trusts me. So the first people that I feel you should talk to are the people that know what you're like. They know your personality. They know if you're willing to try things. They know how thorough you look at stuff. They know that if you're excited about something, then they want to be excited about it too, and they trust you. And the only people you can truly do that with are people that you're building your story with. So if your company has it to where you need 3 people or 4 people or, whatever it is, the number of affiliates you need for your first rank up, those are the people that you want to talk to first. So then after that, I talked to one of my best friends and another best friend, and I said, hey, I'm doing this new thing. I want to see if the business side works. I've tried this. Now I want to see if the business side works. I want to see if we can actually make some money doing this. I was straight up and honest with them. They're like, okay, well, sure. I want to try it too. Okay, great. I said, because if it does work, it'll be a really great thing. Did I sales pitch them? No. Did I just do some generic thing, that they're like, well, don't talk to anybody until you do this? No, I didn't. And the reason I didn't is because I had my own personal experience. And your personal experience will take you so much further than any scripted thing that you could do right now. Now, if you're more of a shy and reserved person, then maybe you need to go a different route. But in order for me to talk to and get my first people to get my first rank up and to get my first business side experience, I knew the people that would trust me. If you don't have a lot of close people like that, then I definitely suggest 3-way calls. And I know that we'll talk about that in another video. So for your first experience, your story is so important. I cannot stress to you how much your story is important, especially in these days and these times, because everybody are self-proclaimed ADD or ADHD or something like that. And the reason that we say that, because I've said it before too, I tell everybody, I'm like, you know what? I swear to God that when I had kids, I became ADD. And, we're just joking. But at the same time, our attention spans are short for things that we're not really interested. If you came to me and told me this sales pitch and, you don't even know if it's something that I can use, if it's something that fits a need or area in my life, because you haven't even talked to me yet. We haven't had a conversation. We haven't engaged in anything in my life. So I don't even know if you're actually interested in me or if you're just looking for another sale. And that's really important to me because there's so many things out there within our grasp. But if you can show me or tell me a great experience that you have had, and maybe I can have that same experience, that will take you so far in my book. I'll sign up for whatever. Because if you took the time to invest in me, I will take the time and invest in you. And I'm not talking about money-wise. I'm talking about the actual time. Think about it. Our time is our life, and you can't ever get that time back. So don't waste people's time with just a generic sales pitch that you yourself didn't even buy into yet. So make sure you have a story and make sure that you really go all in with your company. If you loved it enough to sign up with it, dive in and really learn it. And that's how you're going to be successful. Because from the day I started, from 1 week later, I did my first rank up. And then the week after that, I did my next. And the next week, I did another one. And then 8 days after that, I made another one. So my story is I went from a stay-at-home mom, a former business owner, to making an extra, it was like an extra $60,000 a year in less than 5 weeks. And then it kept growing and growing. But the way I was able to do that so quickly is because I figured out the company first. And I got my own experience. And my story is great because I decided to take the time and create a story. And it's my personal experience. And whenever somebody asks me, how did this work for you? I can tell them. And I love it because everybody sees how excited I am about it. Because it's real. And whenever you have that real experience, that is something that will capture people and keep them. You're not going to have to worry about retention. You're not going to have to worry about, well, how am I doing or how this? Because you have a team and a company built on true stories. It's not some pie in the sky. It's not some goals that's going to be hard for you to reach. It's right there. And every single person that I put on my team, I put them there because I was able to share my experience with them. And if I hadn't tried it out myself, and if I hadn't have taken the time to learn about things and figure out the questions that I would have for myself before somebody else asked me those questions, and I had to say, oh, I don't know, hold on a second, let me try and call, let me get that answer for you. Or let me see if I can text some people and see if they'll reply back to me while you're sitting here waiting for my reply. No, I found out all these questions and stuff first because that was part of my own experience. I was a consumer before I was the seller. So my best advice to you would be create your story and really, really dive in and find out if this is for you. Because I believe there's a company out there for everyone. I believe you need to find the perfect fit for you. And once you do find that fit, go all in and be completely sold out. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and that these trainings are helping you. And I appreciate your time and I appreciate you watching these videos. So until next time.